Will you be okay then if there's ultimately a deal struck with moderate Democrats that give Democrats kind of co-control of the committees? You're fine with that?
No, absolutely not. That will not happen. There are two potential scenarios here. No, listen, I'm on the floor, Laura. These 212 Democrats are going to vote for Hakeem Jeffries every single time. He is a historic candidate for them. They are not going to cleave off under any circumstance. I assure you that if Democrats join up to elect a moderate Republican, I will resign from the House of Representatives. That is how certain I am. I can assure your viewers that won't happen.
Apparently, the Republican Party is referring to black people now just as historic. So there's that. Matt Gaetz doing everything he can to stop Kevin McCarthy from becoming Speaker of the House and making a fool of himself in the meantime. Gaetz isn't just willing to resign over this very embarrassing House Speaker fiasco. He is even willing to go against his daddy. Take a look at this clip.
Why is Trump for him? I mean, how many posts on Truth Social can we see from President Trump telling y'all, okay, this has been fun, but let's wrap it up here?
Well, I love President Trump. I love President Trump. I defended him a great deal in Congress, but HR wasn't always his strong suit. You know, President Trump got us folks like Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr and Jim Mattis and Mark Esper, people who didn't always advance America First policy. So while I think Trump has the vision, I do. I think President Trump is wrong to the extent that he supports Kevin McCarthy.
I love the obvious sense in Laura Ingram's face that she can't even conceptualize that Donald Trump could be wrong about something. She's like, so he's wrong? He's been posting on Truth Social that has truth in the name. Also perhaps going a little heavy on the lip fillers, that's my opinion. Even though Matt Gaetz thinks Trump is wrong about McCarthy, he still had enough confidence in him to get this, vote for him to be Speaker of the House yesterday. And let's see how many others in the House also voted for Trump as Speaker.
The Honorable Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 1.
I would love to play that in a loop in my dreams. The entire House laughing out loud at Donald Trump. But I probably can't. I can at least play it to soothe myself to sleep. Trump himself finds the idea of being Speaker amusing. You technically don't have to be a member of the House to be the Speaker of the House. It's one of those rules that the Constitution left out. So here's Trump's post on Truth Social, which is 100% factual if you don't have any sense of reality. And there's a picture of Trump behind Biden, sticking his tongue out like a child. This is Trump's most true essence. And a look we've never seen from him at all. According to former Congressman Denver Riggleman, there's method behind Trump's meme madness. Let's take a look at this video and let Riggleman explain.
That is just Trump trying to stay in the public, spotlight right now. It's going on, and I was going to say this earlier. You're not hearing any other name that's wanting to run for president out there right now. It's only been Trump surrounding this. You haven't heard DeSantis. You haven't heard anybody else's name. I think Trump's trying to capitalize on this. And by the way, he'll take credit if McCarthy loses. He'll say, hey, McCarthy just wasn't strong enough. He was too weak. But if there's some negotiation, he's going to take credit that somehow he was behind the negotiation. But he wants to win the meme wars. And we looked at disinformation. He sort of wins the meme wars when you're going out into all the social media. And honestly, that's how his guys sort of react. And I think that's what they do, is they try to leverage every bit of this to make him look like a winner through memes.
They're trying to make him look like a winner through memes. That's where our society has devolved to. Former president running again to lead the meme war. It's quite incredible. It is quite incredible.
Yeah, wasn't that Star Wars episode 11? The meme wars?
Yes. Yeah. It's the -1 prequel.
Yeah. So Trump with the tongue sticking out, don't get it wrong. He posted that.
Yeah.
Former president of the United States, he posted this picture.
Taunting him like a child.
He's unreal, man. He's unreal.
Yeah, while he's still trying to somewhat support McCarthy's bid.
Yeah, sorry.
No, please.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine Jimmy Carter doing the same thing?
I mean, maybe to get peanuts out of his teeth, that's about it.
I just can't believe that clip where that poor woman had to say, the Honorable Donald J. Trump gets one, but I think the laughing should have started at the word honorable. Like that's when the laughing should have started. The what?
Yeah, because no one in Congress is honorable. Even you just hear the word honorable, like this is a joke in every context.
Yeah. And so, but on the substance of it, such as it is, so Matt Gaetz, I don't think he's wrong to say, yeah, I don't agree with Trump on this one. So what? Okay, and then, but like he's still worried about it, so he goes in. He's like, well, I mean, I meant I vote for Trump. Yeah. Oh, okay, so not so tough.
Yeah, he started out with like, I love the man. I swear to God, he's the best. I love President Trump. And then he kind of like shied down to be like, I don't think.
And that's the only metric that we have of his waning influence on the GOP. Trump's waning influence is just they still support him wholeheartedly, but they're now feeling free to speak slight words against 100% agreement with dear leader in everything he says.
In a hushed voice.
In a hushed voice.
And let's note for the record that, a viewer pointed this out yesterday, now I can't unsee it. Apparently Laura Ingraham cannot close her mouth. And so as I was watching this whole time, I'm like, oh my God, the lips never meet. It's amazing. Like when she talks, when she's standing still, the lips never touch. That is amazing. Okay, anyways, random fact, back to the news.
It's puffy Botox and rapey McForehead together in one screen. I can't, I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't. Why are we listening to this? Like, how is this man still a legislator in the United States government? His nickname is Rapey McForehead on Twitter, and everyone knows who you're talking about when you say that. Like, isn't he like a legit pedophile? Like, why are we still listening to him?
That's the accusations, at least.
Yes, well, the charges got dropped, of course, in the state of Florida, which I'm really surprised by that, given how progressive they are. No, but I had one thing from a member. Post-traumatic South disorder said, "Who did Matt Gaetz' forehead vote for?" Okay, but they're allowed to have large foreheads and weird lips. Yeah. So back to
he's a forehead thinker, forward thinker. Anyway, behind the scenes, Trump is being forced to begrudgingly try to support McCarthy's bid for speaker. So he's making calls on his behalf while in perfect Trump style, still digging at him in these calls. Some of McCarthy's opponents have suggested to Trump that they would switch their vote if it was of crucial importance to the former president. If you really want me to, boss, I will. But Trump ignored those offers and instead told reluctant lawmakers they should continue negotiating to work out their differences, according to one person familiar with the conversations. And while Trump has publicly declared his support for McCarthy, sort of, kind of flip-flopping on it, but sort of has, the former president has privately acknowledged frustrations with him as well. Trump complained to some Republican lawmakers about McCarthy's push to censure him after the Capitol riot on Jan 6, 2021. Happy anniversary, by the way, everyone. And spoke of his support for him in dispassionate terms. And Trump speaks about everything passionately. So dispassionate from Trump, that's real bad. He talks about taco bowls. I love these taco bowls, they're incredible. McCarthy, yeah, whatever, up to you. Still, Trump has told them that he views McCarthy as the only House Republican capable of winning enough votes to become speaker. The same reason advisors say he backed McCarthy in the first place. When some have asked whether they should trust McCarthy, Trump has responded by saying, well, they can vote him out if they want. Under the new powers McCarthy has agreed to.
Listen, he can't have the level of passion that he normally has because he's busy winning the meme wars.
That's right.
Do you know how much time and effort it takes to Photoshop your whatever that is into the, it takes a while.
I'm surprised he can compete this well in the meme wars on account of the bone spurs. You would think that would keep him out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you.
But all of the things that Ben just explained about Trump's actions feed into what Riggleman was saying. I think Riggleman was right in this case. So number one, why is he backing McCarthy? This is not what Riggleman said, but is true. Because he always wants to back the winner. So he can say, oh, it was because of me he won, I backed him. And that's why he won, okay? And so, but at the same time, he wants to be able to say if he doesn't win, I was milquetoast about it. I like the taco bowl more than I like McCarthy, and that's why he lost, right? And so again, Riggleman was definitely right about how he's playing both sides, and you could tell it in the details.
I love how his memes are just dropping all of our collective IQs. Like literally all three of us have been like.
For the record, I have not done the dumbness. I've not stuck my tongue out yet.
No, it's true. It's just 2 out of 3 of us that he's dumbed out.
Yeah.
I just feel dumber talking about him.
But I will join the dumbness with this next part. The Daily Show posted a fake CNN screen which talked about McCarthy's proposed concessions. As you may know, he's given everything up to get the speakership in this now the 13th vote that just happened. He still isn't there, but is much closer. Another vote happening tonight. He believes he has the votes. McCarthy's proposed concessions, according to the Daily Show, he can only bang the gavel on his own crotch. He must build the border wall, and he has to be on the other side of it. He has to install Wild West saloon doors on the Capitol to make future insurrections easier. He has to subpoena Hunter Biden's penis. Once a year, Lauren Boebert can hunt him for sport. And finally, on the first Friday of the month, it will be take your daughter to Matt Gaetz's office day. So he really had to reach deep for these concessions.
They had me at bang the gavel on his own crotch.
Yeah.
They had me like right out the gate. I was like,
I would support him for speaker if these conditions were met.
Yeah, and Trump probably would like those conditions, right? Like he's probably thinking, oh, that's a good one. Hold on.
I heard there's a gavel thing on the table. I have full-throated support if so.
Yeah.
How can I meme the gavel banging on my own crotch? Anybody? Anybody have a meme?
You hit the gavel and then the tongue comes up. Okay, I'm winning the meme wars. All right, one thing of substance here. Matt Gaetz, I'm now conflicted about him, and so instantly that's shocking to begin with, because look, he's awful on everything else, and he does have a large forehead, and he was kissing Trump's ass there while being honest that he doesn't agree with him, etc. But as I've been telling you for a while, he does have good anti-corruption measures, and by the way, it's because he doesn't take any PAC money. And none of the rest of the Republicans agree with him. By the way, most of the Democrats don't agree with him. So I like those. And in one of his speeches, he did a bunch of speeches that were against McCarthy, and everybody got all riled up because he called him a squatter. Ooh. Okay, I didn't care about any of those. But in one of the speeches, he actually did go after him in a real substantive way. He called him the LeBron James of special interest fundraising in this town. And there's a quote, they believe that Mr. McCarthy has earned the position of Speaker of the House because he raised $500 million to get Republicans elected. That is true. That is why they want McCarthy elected, because he is the most corrupt Republican. And if we're being honest, the reason the Democrats put Nancy Pelosi as the Speaker of the House is because she was the most corrupt Democrat and had raised $1 billion for the Democratic Party. So that's the reality of it. And progressives should have had the courage to call that out, but they never have. And it's kind of embarrassing that Matt Gaetz is the first one in Congress to say, yes, raising this special interest money. That guy, they talk in general terms. Bernie's constantly talking about, oh, it's corporate this and that, and it's bad, and income inequality. But he never says that one right there,
right?
Okay, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, they take tons of corporate money and they do what the donors want. He never says that. None of the Justice Democrats say it, and it drives me crazy. And it's deeply embarrassing that Matt Gaetz was the first one to have the courage to say it about someone in his own party.
And he said it harshly. He even directly said he has sold pieces of his own soul to the lobbyists and special interest money. And one of the things the Freedom Caucus is fighting for also is term limits. And I think that's one of the things I'm fully in line with, and that obviously the establishment does not want.
Wow, I can't believe that he doesn't take PAC money. I'm actually really shocked by that. And I will stop calling you Rapey McForehead.
Look at this. We're fairest show in America. Fairest show in America.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.